Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and I decided to do a replay of Bill Buckner's last game. The game was played 1990, May 30th. He was playing with the Boston Red Sox, and they were in Texas, and they were playing the Texas Rangers. And it was Herzl to start against Brown, Kevin Brown for Texas. And we're joining the action in the top of the seventh inning. The score is it's a close game. The score is 4-3 Boston. And we're using the typical standard Statis Pro fast action cards. We got these the 1990 set I bought for about $10, and I printed out the players and teams that I need. I have it there. It's saved in my laptop in case I ever want to play any more of the season. But it's a great little way to and you get every single player. So for me to do an actual historical lineups game where, for example, Bill Buckner had very few at bats here in this season. He played in 22 games. His average was 186. He did hit a home run. Now, for me to get Bill Buckner, in a lot of other sets, it would be complicated. Status Pro happens to have available every single season, and you can go through a variety of sources online. They're all on eBay, but there are also some websites that where you can find these cards as well. So that's one great thing about Status Pro, and also the depth, the detail of Status Pro. I mean, everything is out in front of you. There's a couple of charts here. There's three little short double-sided papers which I'd like to get laminated so they stand up for years, if I have years. Hope so. But it has stolen base charts with a series of unique results. So almost everything. I mean, it's everything here. It's very condensed. It's very accessible. It's easy to follow. You want to steal home? There's a bunch of results. You want to steal second? There's a bunch of results. Everything. This is the stolen base section. This is the sacrifice chart. Better bunters are going to be successful more often, but then you have tons of unusual results, or not unusual results, but things outside of the norm, which are part of the game. And in other games, you don't really get that. And the way you do it, I don't know. It seems to be I can't find the word. But then you have a clutch defense. Then you have a clutch batting. So you even get that in this game. And bunting for a base hit. That's something that a lot of games don't offer just right there. Defensive option play, so you can offensive decides whether to send the runner at third or home. I have a rule that I use. That's basically with no outs, they hold. With one out, they try to score. And of course, depending on the speed of the runner as well. Squeeze play, you have advancing on fly balls. Then you have a lefty versus righty platoon aspect to this game as well. Over here, you have runners advancing on base hits. And then you have a hit and run chart. It's all out in front of you. So anything that's is complex. So basically, the charts just tell you what the out is, and that's pretty easy to memorize. Anything that's a G, it tells you G1 is like a comebacker to the pitcher. A G5 is a ball that's a potential double play. All the G's with a number beside them, with a fielding number, are potential double plays, unless the batter is speedy, which you don't get that aspect in a lot of games. If it's an A runner or a B runner on some of these, then he beats it out, which is very, very cool. Then you have the GX, which means it's a force out, and it tells you GX3 would be a force out 3-6. GX4 would be a 4-6. A GX5 would be a 5-4, and like that, basic stuff. And then G1A, you also get that. That's basically the runner advances. So those are all kind of worked into the game. You get the error sequence, you get errors on here, and each player is marked for their, so anyway, for their fielding ability. So let's play this a little bit, and I'll show you how to do this. I'm keeping score over to my left. I'm using the old Statis Pro score sheet just for nostalgia. I copied these. I don't really like it. The boxes are too small. I don't like the fact that they don't give you space to write people in. But, you know, hey, it's the Statis Pro official score sheet, so I'm respecting history by using it the way it is. So, we're in the top of the 7th. It's, let's see here. It's Brown, Kevin Brown, on the mound for the Rangers, and he's going to be facing Luis Rivera. He's the Boston shortstop. He batted .225 in 118 games. So that's a 2. That's going to be off Kevin Brown. A 23 is going to be a single to right field. And Rivera is on first. Now we're going to move that here. So he's got 2 basically slots left. So Rivera's on at first. Excuse me. And it's going to be Wade Boggs. Now Wade Boggs is going to try a hit and run. I don't do this very often. I'm not a big hit and run guy, but he's a 2 hit and run, and that's like, I guess, the best that you can be. So that's a 4. Now I don't think that matters with a hit and run. So I think I look directly to 68. A 268. A 68 is going to say line out to pitcher. Whoa. Lead runner also doubled off base. Whoops. So let me double check that. It's a 68, and that's the play. So a line out. It's a line out to the pitcher, and then a 1-1-3, I guess, and it's a double play. All right. So there's 2 outs now, and it's Jody Reed. That's a 6. That's going to be Kevin is 2-7, so that's on Kevin's card. 76. That's an out. Our end. Potential error to shortstop, and there's no error. 6-3, and that retires the side. So after 6.5, it's the Red Sox 4 and the Rangers 3. Now we go to the Rangers. It's Dennis Lamp. He's in the game now. Dennis Lamp is going to pitch to Rafael Palmeiro. Here's the pitch from Lamp, who's 2-6. That's BD. There's nobody on base. 5. So that's on Lamp's card. A 36 is a strikeout. So Palmeiro goes after the high, hard one and strikes out. Ruben Sierra, good season for Ruben Sierra. 280, 16 home runs. Lamp, BD again. 8. That's going to be on Sierra's card, and that's going to be a 27. And a 27 is going to be a ball that's driven into the gap. And around first goes Sierra, and he's standing at second with a 1-out double. Now we're going to check for an error. And no error on that. And we're going to have to put one out down for, move one down for Dennis Lamp. So Ruben Sierra, decent speed or base running ability. He's at a B. That's what gets factored in here, the runners advancing on base hits. So Julio Franco batted .296 with 11 home runs. He's going to be facing Lamp. Here's the pitch. It's a 6, so that's off Lamp. A 64, that's going to be an out. He's an RN. It's going to be a ground ball, second base. And there's no error. But I believe that with an